Hey there everyone, so it's JP and I have here the bracelet. So I've got most of the border done here that I wanted to do, and I added my clasp loops. So I'm going to show you how to do that on the other side. I didn't want to have to leave most of the bracelet or the border undone, so I'm definitely going to show you. Hey Kathy, good to see you. So, but here's where we're at so far. So today we're going to finish up the bracelet, and I'm going to show you the last bit of embellishment that we're going to be doing tonight. So this might end up being a little bit long, just to warn you guys, because I do want to just finish it up. So there's going to be a lot of repetition. But, so the first thing you're going to do is, when you're coming out at the ends here, what you're going to do is pick up 6 of the 11s to make our loops for the clasp. So here's my 6. I'm going to go back around the Superduo bead basically, and then I'm going to reinforce this. So, and I'm typically reinforcing about 3 times. So it's going to take a second. I got quite a bit of thread, so I don't have to add thread as I'm doing this. Hi Norma. So how are you two tonight? How's it going? All right, so that's my 3rd go through, and now pick up the fire polish and go into the next Superduo. And we're going to repeat with the loop. So again, you're going to pick up 6 of our 11s. I'm using wildfire. So, hey Melanie, here's what I'm using. It's the black 0.006 wildfire thread. And you're going to go back around the Superduo bead again for the next loop, just like so. I'm sorry to hear you have a cold, Norma. And so for those of you who just joined, I'm making the loop. I'm reinforcing 3 times. Hi, Melanie. So also to warn you, it's going to be a little bit of a longer live because I'm finishing up and there is quite a bit of repetition. But I think you'll be happy with the result at the end. So it'll be, I really like the way it's going to come out. So, all right, now we're going to pick up another fire polish and go into the next Superduo bead here. Hi, Kate. And I'm picking up my 6 again. And making my loop. Whoops. Thank you, Kate. Oh, yeah, no worries. I kind of threw a lot at you there. And, all right, my 3rd loop is done. All right, so you want to go through the Superduo bead like I'm doing there. Thank you, Aura. And then we're going to switch into the lower hole, the 2nd hole of the Superduo here. And now what we're going to do is actually do a second row, basically a second row of borders. So you're going to pick up 3 of the 11s, and you're just going to go into the next Superduo. Just like that. And so we're going to do this the entire bracelet. There you go. And then on the corner, you're only going to do 1 because there's only space for 1 there. So we're going to just do the 1. And I'm going to turn this. And there you go. Thanks, Melanie. And so this is what we're doing. So I'm basically going into the second holes of these Superduo beads. So these fire polish are on that top hole. So the second border is in the second hole. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad. Wait till you see the next part too. I think you guys are going to be, I think you'll like that next part. That was what got me all excited when I figured it out. I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm such a beading nerd. As you guys can figure out since I've been doing live videos for the last 17 days. Total bead nerd. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to do some non-copyrighted music on here. So as I'm doing this, because it's just repetition, so you guys can hear some music, but typically you're not allowed to play copyrighted music, so I'm not playing anything because then Facebook would ban me, blah blah blah. So it's one of the things I haven't yet figured out. I'm working with a size 12 beading needle. I'm going through these beads quite a bit, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get stuck somewhere when I was beading live. Yeah, there's a little bit of weight to the bracelet. So, that's why I'm doing, so if you see the clasp, what I'm going to actually do is use a sliding clasp to give it a little more stability, because there is weight, and you couldn't just do like a simple lobster claw with it. Or I guess you could if it was heavy duty, but you don't want to hear me singing, Norma. Trust me. I sound like, drowning cats or something. It's just terrible. I have no ability. I have zero ability to sing. I think I'm tone deaf, probably. That would have been fun though, the singing beater. I don't know, I think I have to find somebody who can sing. And we're getting there. But if you guys have any other beading questions that, you know, relate to just beading in general, I can definitely answer those while you're watching me do this. So now what you're going to do is we are going to pick up just one because we're back at the corner over here. So you just want to put 1 11 there. And then we're going to do the same thing across, is putting 3 of our 11s to go across. We're going to do the center last, so it makes more sense. Oh yeah, it'd be, so this one's Bordeaux and that one's Petrol, but yeah, it'd be kind of cool to do it with, I don't know, there's so many options. You can do something with like black and white or silver and black, gold. Maybe you can do something for Valentine's and do it all sort of whites and pinks or reds. That's another option. All right, so now we just got to make our way down the bracelet. It's spar, Kathy, I don't understand. Oh, sparkling, yeah. Yeah, so the iris, yeah, you should be able to use twins too, Melanie. I think it's the fire polish. It's alexandrite AB. I think it's that AB. It's giving it that little sparkle to it. Twins is another type of 2-hole bead. So I don't have an example of a twin, but here's my Superduo bead. A twin bead is very similar in shape and has the same type of 2-hole. So what I'm using the beads here are the Superduos. Yes, I will post the finish once I'm later tonight. I will post a picture of the whole bracelet. And I will post all the materials needed because I sort of didn't know any of what I needed because I was building this as we went. So, but you'll need a lot of twins or super duos, whichever ones you want to use. So, yeah, Melanie, if you've got a ton of twin beads, it'll totally work with twins. I think it'll actually even work with something like Tila's or half Tila's, that is, or even something like the diamond duos and gem duos. I think this could work with that too. Oops. No, these are not delicas, Norma. And I don't think you'll need to use 3mm, Melanie, for if you're using twins. I think you'll still be using the 4mm fire polish. If that's what you're asking, then no. These are, let me see. And as the seed beads go, this is Toho's number 997 is the seed bead. They're 11s. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, and so anybody who ends up making the bracelet, go ahead, please feel free to post a picture. and almost to the next part. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to put my little seed bead here in the corner. I can find the hole. So I'm going to continue through the other seed beads here that I added previously. What I want to do is I need to come out of this fire polish now. I'm going to wait for your list to make sure I get it right. LOL, I'm not the first one. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'll have it broken down by inch. Oh, I went too far. So you don't go into these two 11 here because I want to come out. I have to go through the Superduo. So you go through the Superduo and then you're coming out of the fire polish. And so here we are so far. I think the border looks great with the seed beads. So the next part, what you're going to do is we're going to continue with our 3 seed beads, but now we're just going to go to from fire polish to fire polish. So I'm coming out of this fire polish, I'm going to go into the next one. And here's what you're doing. So you're going, it's going to create a zigzag pattern. So you're going up and down. Thank you, Aura. Am I saying your name correctly, by the way? Yeah, I love, this is one of my favorite colors for the fire polish. Yvette, yeah, I definitely love this alexandrite color, the AB. It's a great color. And it does, yeah, it does kind of look like Monty's. And thank you, Sue. So if you're just joining, I'm just going from fire polish to fire polish in this part. And I'm just picking up 3 11s. All right, so that's one row of it done. So we have one part left now, and we're almost done. So I'm just going to turn it this way so I can work left to right. So I need to now exit out of this Superduo, or not Superduo, this fire polish. So I'm going to continue through. Let's see, coming out here, and so the best course of action would be to go this way. So I'm going to come through the Superduo here. So I'm going through the Superduo. So I'm going to go underneath. So this is the Superduo I came out of, but I don't think you guys can see that any better from the back. And what you actually want to do is go through the seed beads here. So I'm going to switch this a bit and continue through all of the seed beads and that Superduo there. Oh, thank you, Norma. That's really nice. All right, then through the Superduo here, and now we made our way to the fire polish. And make sure your thread isn't caught anywhere. There we go. All right, so this part now is any of the parts where they're coming to the middle. What we're going to do is actually connect it together. So you're going to pick up one of your 11-0 and then go through the 11-0 here in the center, like so, and then pick up another 11-0 and go through the fire polish. So my fire polish is hiding in the little, so there, that's what you're getting. Hey Gail, thanks for watching. So it brings it together. And then over here, you're going to pick up 3 where it's towards the outer edge here. Like that. But where it's in the center, so this time you pick up 1 and go through the middle 11. Then pick up another 11 and go through the fire polish. So what that does, it sort of basically finishes it up. So you can see it kind of cleans it all up together. So 3 on this side. And then I picked up 111. I'm going to go into the middle one here. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, one of the things I didn't want to lose as I was working on this was I really wanted to make sure the colors of the Superduo still showed up, so it didn't completely get hidden by the embellishment. So I was really happy with the way this came out. And again, so pick up an 11, go through this middle 11 here, and then one more 11 to connect to our fire polish. So I'm just going to keep going, and then we are basically done. The only thing left to do after this is to add the clasp. Thank you, Patty. Thanks for watching. So there's a little bit of weight on it. So your wrist is going to get a workout if you make this and put it on but all right, just a few more left. Oh, you are welcome, Donna, and thank you so much for watching. Almost to the end. Got I think it just takes practice. I mean, I feel like when I first started, I couldn't design either. When I started beading in the beginning, I just watched other people bead, and then I started playing around with my own stuff. Or I would take, one of the ways I sort of developed is I would take someone else's design and then change it, and then little by little I sort of started coming up with my own ideas. But here we go. So here's where we're at. I am going to tie off our thread here and then put on the clasp. So, and to tie off, I'm going to do half hitch knots here between my Superduo and my fire polish. And I went all the way through. Let's try that again. Thanks, Kathy. Yes, Patty, you will be able to do that. So on the JRP Designs page, if you go to the top, so you have to go to the page to make sure you're not in the group if you're watching this. At the top, it'll say videos. And so if you click on the videos, it's the last 3 videos. So it's, let's see, 16, 17, and 18. So it's 3 parts that I did this tutorial in. So they were all live videos, but you will be able to go back and watch them. All right, just gonna go into this Superduo here. Thanks, Norma. And I'm gonna turn this over so I can actually see what I'm doing. And I can do another half hitch knot between my Superduos here. So I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing too. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and trim my thread, and so I have my jump rings all ready. Got them opened and everything. So You guys get to watch me do this. I'm really clumsy at this, by the way. So, especially on camera for some reason. Got my first one in. All right, got one in without incident. Only 5 more to go. See what I mean? Can't even get it through the loop. The loop's big enough too. Yay, got one side. All right, here's our other side. Now I can open it up because I know I won't get this backwards. All right, guys, last one. And we are done. Look at that. So if you watched me for the last 3 videos, last 3 live videos that I've done, thank you so much for joining me. If you missed the other videos, so as I mentioned earlier, the videos are called the Superduo RAW videos, and there's a total of 3 of them. So today was day 18 of my 30-day live challenge. The other 2 videos were day 16 and 17. So the first day I show you how to do raw with using the Superduo beads. I show you how to do the right angle weave. So we make the base, and then we start the embellishments on day 2, and today we finish them up. So what do you guys think? I think it came out pretty good, right? And it takes a lot of Superduos, and I had 100 of these, and this is all I have left of the fire polish. So it's a pack of 100. And it's going to take quite a bit of thread. But I'm going to take a picture of this and then post the materials list as soon as I say goodnight. So thank you all so much for joining me, and have a good night. And yes, thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Barbara, Kathy, everybody. This has been fun. So I am going to do a different live tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. Central, on the JRP Designs page on Facebook. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you, Pat. All right, guys. Good night.